Good evening. Thank you for being here. We begin tonight on the Mid-Island, where a First Nation is heading to BC Supreme Court looking to right a wrong from more than 100 years ago. The band has a 53-hectare reserve in Nanoose that it wants to develop, but part of the reserve was mistakenly removed during a survey done in 1888. Since that time, the land has been sold to private owners and has been used to build public roads. CTV's Steve Coulterman has the story.
The Nanoose First Nation Reserve sits on 53 hectares of land. It's prime real estate, and the First Nation wants to cash in. At this point, the First Nation doesn't know whether it would build homes or businesses. What leaders do know is that they need the money to build a better future for the small band of 237 people. They've asked a Vancouver consulting firm for help to review the property and suggest what kind of development would suit the region and the band's financial goals.
Our big thing is to bring employment and some a cash flow to help us run our government.
But a mistake dating back to 1888 has put up a roadblock. Back then, a surveyor drew up the property lines wrong, mistakenly separating a wedge of land from the reserve. No one knew until more than 100 years later, in 1996. By that time, the land in question was owned by a number of private citizens, and the Island Highway went right through it.
We've brought it to the attention of the federal government numerous times, and trying to get this resolved, and there's been non-action. We have to do what we have to do to get our legal description report clarified.
The First Nation says after 15 years of trying to negotiate, legal action was the only option. A claim has been filed in BC Supreme Court. We're
waiting 15 years and nothing's happening. We have to do what we have to do to ensure we know what we're talking about and well, pertaining to our lands. Right thing or wrong thing, well, you know, we have to do what we have to do.
The wedge of land is 12 meters at its widest. It's pie-shaped and narrows down to a point. The land runs along the shore of the Nanoose Harbor, extending 600 meters west, running through 5 private properties and 6 roads, including the Island Highway.
Just like any other landowner, you know, if you don't have use of that land and it's been taken away, you know, you want something done about it, and whether it be it back or compensation, that's up to the courts.
The current property owners did not want to comment on the case, and the government has not filed a statement of defense. Steve Coulterman, CTV News, Nanoose.